Hey everyone, Coach Investor back with another Slack video for you today. So ARK Invest has been selling more than $200 million worth of Slack shares. That equals to around about 14 million shares in the last couple of days. Now, I don't know if you remember, but a couple of weeks ago, I made a video that was all about why ARK Invest loves Slack so much. It was in their top 10 in the ARKK ETF and in the ARKW. Now it's nowhere near the top 10. So we're going to compare their position back then and now as well. And we're gonna just speculate on why they're selling. Is there something else they're buying, or is it worth to buy Salesforce right now? Because as you know, Salesforce is going to buy Slack, so maybe that's a major reason for them to sell. We're gonna discuss all of that in this video, but before I do so, we're on our way to 6,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And if you like these videos, leave it an early thumbs up, as it really helps me out grow the channel and get my videos out there. So without further ado, charts first. Right, so as for Slack stock, nothing has really changed that much. We're still above that $40 mark. We're still in the overbought section right here. Do I expect the stock to go back down a lot? Probably not, unless there's like a whole market crash coming, because well, the stock market has been going up each and every day pretty much for the last couple of days right now. So who knows? But right now, I would probably not be buying Slack stock, especially not if it's that expensive. If it comes back down, maybe yes, but I really doubt it will come back down because we already know the price of the acquisition. So there's that. But if you want, we're going to look at Salesforce real quick. So Salesforce, unlike Slack, is pretty much, let's say, cheaper right now than it was before the deal was announced. Again, the stock has gone down 13-14% since the deal was announced. Since its all-time highs, the stock is almost down 20%. So for me, it's a better deal to buy Salesforce right now than it is to buy Slack or even hold Slack if you're a Slack holder. All right, so around a month or so ago, I made a video called "Why is ARK so bullish on Slack stock? They keep buying, should you?" Now, back then, the price for a Slack share was at around about $24. Right now we're almost at 43, so that's almost an increase of 80%. Now back then I showed you ARK's position in Slack. We're going to look at that again right now and then compare it to their position today. So looking at the ARKK ETF, back then they had 12.9 million shares worth $334 million. For the ARKW ETF, they had 3.5 million shares worth $90.5 million. Now today the ARKK one has 2.7 million shares worth $116 million, and the ARKW has 1.39 million shares worth $59 million. They also have some shares in the ARKF ETF, but we didn't look into that in the last video, so I'm just going to show it to you right now. So right now they have 460,000 shares worth $19.6 million, so still a very, very small position in that ETF as well. But if you compare their position today to a month or so ago, they've actually liquidated most of their position in Slack. More than 14 million shares have been sold actually. I could think of a couple of reasons why. One, maybe their position became too big. Obviously in a short amount of time, they probably doubled their position in that stock. So maybe, well, after this acquisition, they don't see why they should hold Slack anymore. Maybe they will be looking to buy into Salesforce. Right now, they have no position in Salesforce. Second, don't forget, ARK is actively managing its ETF. That means that if a stock goes up by 50-60% in a matter of weeks or in a matter of days, they might decide to sell it and open a position in another company because, well, actively managed ETF are here to make money for their clients, and this is what they're doing. Slack has gone up in a month 70-80%. Maybe that's enough for them. Surely it's enough for me because I also sold my shares. I told you that in my last video, and I'm looking to buy Salesforce stock because, well, it's going to be the same company, and Salesforce, unlike Slack, has been going down since that deal was announced. So for me, nothing changed really with the company. They just added major value to their company. If you ask me, share price went down, cheaper for me to buy an amazing company. Now moving forward, I know a lot of you have asked a couple of questions regarding this deal, what they should do, what I'm doing, how is it going to happen with taxes, etc. So let's start with the most difficult question. About taxes, I cannot answer this question because I think every platform, every bank has their own policy, every country has their own policy. So you better ask your brokerage or your bank about the taxes question. Now regarding selling or buying, like I said, I sold my Slack position. Right now I'm looking at Salesforce. I am looking at dips wherever I can because recently the market has been going crazy. Lemonade has been going crazy, probably waiting for a little drop in that stock as well to add to my position. But going back to those that are questioning whether they should sell their Slack stock or not, it's really up to you. Right now, the deal stands at around about the same price the stock is at today. So for me, it was really a no-brainer to sell my Slack stock and buy something else, for example, Salesforce. But if you want to hold your Slack stock, if it might be going even higher, you can definitely do that. Those of you that are holding Salesforce, for example, well, you might maybe add to your position, who knows, because your stock has been going down since that deal was announced. All right, so to conclude this video, I just want to point out one major important thing is that when ARK is selling a huge position in their ETFs, it's not necessarily a bad thing regarding the company. Like we've talked about with Illumina, for example, their vision of Illumina has changed. That doesn't mean that the company is suddenly crap. Same thing with Slack right now. They sold their position because maybe it has become too big. Obviously, when the stock goes up 80% in a matter of weeks, that is a logical thing to do for actively managed ETF. So don't always panic when you see ARK is selling X and Y of stock or buying X and Y of stock as well. They're actively managing their fund. They are completely different than us, the individual investors. And as you can see here, they've actually been selling Slack a lot and the stock price has not really gone down that much. So what does that tell you? Don't panic. Do whatever you think is right for you and move forward. If you want to invest in a new company, if you want to hold Slack, that's all up to you. But like I said, I sold my position and I'm looking to buy something else. So let me know down in the comments below what you are looking to buy. If you're holding Slack, if you're holding Salesforce, if you're looking to buy anything else, let me know down in the comments below. And that will be it for this video. If you liked it, consider leaving a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.